I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is PsycHacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is how women make it difficult to love them. So this one is for the ladies. Ladies, I'm here to help you. If you are not interested in having more love in your life, then this is not the episode for you. You can kindly move on. But for those of you who are still listening, I'm going to teach you how you can get more love in your life. It's actually very simple. It will cost you nothing, and you can start today with what you already have. Sound good? As I often do, I'm going to begin by first extrapolating an analogy with the professional world, and then demonstrating how that mirrors what occurs in a romantic relationship. Why? Because people are generally so much more rational and understanding when it comes to business. And the fact of the matter is that what tends to work in one tends to work in the other. In any case, in this scenario, let's pretend that you're running a business. As a result, I'll assume that you'd be interested in making more money, more sales for your product, more clients for your service. To that end, as the business owner, you will need to ensure that it's easy for your customers to part with their money. Like, if you're selling a product, you don't want there to be more than 3 clicks involved in that funnel. It's like add to cart, fill in my little credit card security code, and buy now. Boom. That's it. The more streamlined and intuitive you make that process, the more money is going to come your way. It's not a good idea to put obstacles between your customers and your accounts receivable. I mean, how do you feel when companies make this process difficult? It's like, buy, please. What? I have to make an account first? Ugh, okay, I guess. But they're asking for my credit card now? Oh, so they're going to auto bill me later. Geez. Okay, fine. I'll just make a reminder to cancel the membership before it renews. All right. What now? They need to verify my identity? So I have to upload an ID. Jesus. Okay. I think I have a pic on my phone somewhere. Oh, it has to be scanned. No pictures accepted. Okay, fuck this. Fuck it. It's not worth it anymore. And you're going to go find a comparable good that you can acquire without all this rigmarole. Now, imagine if this same company then looked at its balance sheets and then blamed its customers for its revenue. Well, if they really liked our products, then they would have found a way to make it work. If they wanted to, they would. And since they didn't, I guess they didn't really want to. So, next. I mean, how difficult is it to scan a driver's license? You'd think we'd make some kind of unreasonable request here, but how else are we supposed to verify someone's identity so they can make an account to buy a membership to have access to our products? Ugh. Customers. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine mistaking your complex business funnel for your customers' lack of interest? I'll say that one again. Can you imagine mistaking your complex business funnel for your customers' lack of interest? That would be wild, wouldn't it? Paradoxically, the only business that could possibly get away with something like this is the one that is so in demand, that is, it perceives such high interest in its customers that it actually needs to create obstacles to slow down the transaction process so that it isn't overwhelmed. And most businesses ain't got that problem. Do you understand? As I discussed at length in another episode, a bad business blames its customers. If you want things, do not make it difficult for people to give you said things, because that would be stupid. Now, before I go any further, if you're liking what you're hearing, please consider sending this episode to someone who might benefit from its message, because it's word-of-mouth referrals like this that really help to make the channel grow. I'm also proud to announce that I'll soon be publishing my book, The Value of Others. So if you'd like to learn more about that, you can go on my website and sign up for my weekly newsletter. Finally, please fill out an inquiry form on my website if you're looking to book a paid consultation. The link is in the description. All right, let's get back to it. Now, this same principle applies to relationships, ladies. Let's say that instead of money, you want to receive more love in your life. Just like a successful business, you need to work to make the point of transaction streamlined and intuitive. A lot of you ladies create these really complex and elaborate funnels that make it harder and harder for you to receive the love that you say that you want. And just like the business with the complicated sales funnel, that is ultimately to your detriment. For instance, I have heard women say that they felt unloved when a man didn't read a book she recommended, or when he didn't notice her new manicure, or when he didn't want to watch a show with her, or when he wouldn't listen to her problems without offering solutions, or when he didn't let her pick the side of the bed in the hotel room, or when he took her to a place he once took his ex-girlfriend, or when he infantilized her by doing things for her, or when he abandoned her by not doing things for her, or etc., etc., etc. These frustrations and disappointments reveal a complex, evolving, and often unconscious system of requirements a woman is subject to imposing on her relationships. For instance, if we were to work backwards, it would suggest that in order for this woman to feel loved, which presumably is something that she wants, she needs a man to read her book recommendations, notice her manicure, watch her shows, listen to her problems without offering solutions, let her pick her side of the bed, take her only to places he has never taken anyone else, do certain things for her, not do certain other things for her, and to be able to know the difference between those two categories. All this does is unnecessarily complicate her love funnel, which will absolutely result in her receiving less love, not more. And if she were to go one further and blame the man for his inability or unwillingness to navigate this complexity, then she is going to have a tough time out there. A business that operated like that would not have a very bright future. And I don't think anyone else is telling women this. Like, there are so many things in popular psychology that seem to validate and support this kind of complexity. Like, take love languages. The construct of love languages fortifies the idea that complexity is not only normal, but should be accommodated. It is the emotional equivalent of a business saying that it only accepts Albanian Lex and American Express. Now, businesses can do whatever they want, but functionally insisting that its customers change their currency or open a new line of credit just to do business with them will absolutely result in less revenue, not more. On the other hand, a business that is interested in making money will go out of its way to accept an ever-growing diversity of payments, cash, credit, personal checks, cryptocurrency, fucking bartering, like bring me a basket of apples and we're good. All other things being equal, that business is going to make more money because it has made it easier for its customers to part with that money. And we all kind of already knew that love languages were bullshit anyway, if for no other reason that they are so inconsistently applied. Like, the same woman who insists on certain forms of love payment from her husband is not going to insist on those forms of love payment from her children. Like, while I appreciate the crayon drawing of me, sweetie, you should understand that mommy's more of an acts of service kind of girl moving forward. Like, a good mother makes it easy for her children to love her and sees the value of that love in their intentions, not in her preferences. A good woman does the same for her man. Ladies, if you've created a situation in your minds that require people to do certain things in order for you to feel certain ways, you've really made it that much more difficult for anyone to love you. And that's obviously not to your benefit. It's a better idea to simplify the process by which you receive love and to increase the forms in which you accept love. Don't make it difficult for people to give you what you want, and you will get more of it. Trust me. What do you think? Does this fit with your own experience? Let me know in the comments below. As always, I appreciate your support, and thank you for listening. And now, a note from Stellar. If you're interested in pursuing a master's degree or a doctorate, chances are good that you'll have to take the GRE. Now, before I became a psychologist, I was actually one of the world's top GRE test prep instructors. Over 20 years, I developed a unique and practical system for dismantling every aspect of this test, and I helped thousands of students achieve top percentile scores on the exam. Today, students can learn the same system I used to achieve my own perfect score with Stellar GRE, my online GRE self-study program. I personally wrote and designed every aspect of this course. Among other things, it includes a 500-page test prep manual, thousands of practice problems, and several full-length mock exams. Just like my episodes, Stellar is designed to give students the strategies and techniques they need to succeed as clearly and succinctly as possible. And the best part is, Stellar works. My students' average score improvements are higher than my competitors' score guarantees. So, create an account and start your free trial today at stellargre.com. Use the code PSYCH for 10% off any membership plan. The link is in the description.